Welcome to Stitchy Fix. I'm Victoria. This is my mom, Chris.
Hello.
And this is my daughter, Sophia. Hello. How are you guys? Are you good? We are quickly approaching the end of February. What? When we're filming this. This is probably me March when you see this video. But we are just chugging along. Mom, did you guys do some stitching this week? You guys, I actually stitched. Yay. I'm so excited to show you guys and talk about stitching. We usually start with a little life update. Life update is Sophia was sick this week, so we kept her home. And that's why she has the booger sucker, which she likes because it has a light that changes color. But she had so much fun at Mimi's house today. And what else is new? Oh, our schools have gone mask recommended, but optional. So that has been a big shift for us. And Sophia is talking up a storm, trying to communicate, and she's doing a great job. She's doing a good job, yeah.
She knows how to sign the word please, and when she looks at you with those big, beautiful eyes and goes, please, you're like, okay. Again.
Yeah, she knows please and again in sign language and a couple of other words.
She does apple, or not in sign, in word.
Apple,
mommy,
mama, dada,
poppy,
poppy. We think poppy, yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's pretty exciting. She's getting people's names down. So yeah, she's doing a good job. And I went to take her to the doctor and she was like, yeah, she's okay. Everything sounds okay.
You know, the world is improving, and
yes,
the more the world opens up, it becomes another opportunity for like people that haven't, this past weekend being President's Day, people felt comfortable like to go on college visits with their child. Things that were not able to happen in the last 2 years.
Yeah,
Box. So that is really great. That is really great.
Yeah, we want the world to keep getting better.
Okay. We do. We want everyone to start being well and be kind to everyone. I think that's the biggest concern is no matter what people
treat everyone
choose,
with respect.
it's all good.
Yep. Yeah, that's the changes kind of like in our state and what's been going on. So it's kind of been consuming a lot of thoughts, but yeah, it's been a little crazy with the sick one and all these changes, but I have found solace in stitching. We should get into the stitching, shan't we?
Let's do it.
Do you want to start with any FFOs?
No FFOs.
Any finished objects?
Yes.
Of course. Guys, all right, give it to us. We need it. Start at 2.
Okay, Sophia, you're gonna hold the camera.
Oh, yay! I haven't seen this.
Uh-oh.
It's okay.
So this is Penguin with a Letter by Svetlana Sikar from Etsy. This is the design. Pretty. Pretty. You want to look too?
Wow, so pretty.
Mama.
Yeah, baby. I'm here. Up. Okay, woody.
There we go. And this is Color and Cotton Bisque.
It's a nice neutral.
It is. It's got a little bit of modeling. You can see my... And like I said, this has, I don't know, this has like 25 colors or something. It also has about 6 different colors of back stitching. But you can see the dimensions. So doesn't that look so cute? I can't wait to finish it. Fully finish it. So,
it's so freaking cute.
So, 1.
All right. And this is such a nice...
Where's my pile go? Did you
Yeah, right here. I just moved it. Sorry, she was getting into trouble.
And my second was my Christmas present from Victoria. And I love these tiny modernist mouses love letter. I know I've seen many people have finished this on Facebook and Instagram, I guess more so.
Yeah.
And I would like to share how I finished stitching it. Ta-da! Is it cute? And I did make, obviously I changed the fabric and some color substitutions. I'll read to you in a minute. But Isn't she lovely? I think she's so cute. I love her dress. And that is a variegated
DMC.
DMC. $41.80 instead of crepe myrtle. And then the other two colors that I switched, it was from Watermelon Punch, which I didn't have, so I used DMC 602. And then for Grasshopper, which was a Weeks Dye Works, I used $9.55. But that green went perfectly on, whoops, this green fabric.
Yeah, I love the light green on it.
Yeah.
Looks really pretty. I love the little heart with the wings.
I know, and her dress is just perfect. That variegated just looks spectacular. So, I love you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, those are two finishes.
Beautiful.
And if you saw my Country Cottage Needleworks Spring Serenade, which I had stitched a tree and then had to take out the tree. Anyway, I have gone beyond where I had been, and I'm very excited.
Wow, this is so much progress.
Yeah, and okay, there we go. So I'm just sort of tracking the color and what's close by, so I have to count less. One of my favorite things are these little bluebirds in the tree. You can see that. And how about those white fences? Do they not just pop on this navy blue Aida? I'm really excited. So there's one more tree and a border and things in the Country Cottage Needlework style. So I am very excited about my progress. The back doesn't look too bad either. Boink. Okay, then one more start and whip.
She loves a start.
Well, you know, I have so many projects that I want to do. And I touch them and I'm like,
yeah, why didn't I do it? Yeah.
You know, and this is Christmas Calories by Rami Creations. This came out in 2021. I was gonna scan. Okay. So I used a fabric, Claire Brown's Gingerbread. I shared it with one of my stitchy friends, so I have a small piece, but look at, that's my tail. Look how cute it looks on the gingerbread fabric. Now I must say, I have made one change already, and I suspect I will make more. The white I am doing in 3 strands so that it shows up. And I may end up backstitching around the candy cane or the, like, even when I'm looking in the film. Oh, there we go. You see that there's a lollipop stick?
Yep.
Like, I'm 2 inches away from the camera and now you can see it, and the coffee cup part is white. Now, the coffee cup is bordered with other colors, so you may be able to see that once it's done. So I think once I get everything in, then I'm going to try and do an honest assessment of how well I can read that. And this is just such a great size. I mean, it's very classic too. And it's so fun because we really want no calories to count. But anyway, so that was a start. And I realized I went to a couple places, like I ran over to Zophia's yesterday and just kept her company for a little while. And it was an easy one because it was very easy to stitch. This is 14 count gingerbread Aida.
And Claire, we'll put her link down below. She has a lot of really cool printed fabrics.
Right, because see, the other side is white.
England.
Yeah.
But she ships to the US.
Yeah,
and it came quickly.
Yeah, it was no problem.
Yep.
You know, I do need to get better at the dimensions of what I'm ordering, because I ended up ordering just something that was
pieces
twice as big as this. So we got this chart in, but I originally got it for Priscilla and Chelsea's gingerbread cookies.
Right.
And it wouldn't have fit on there, so. Yeah, so now that's become sort of my traveling project until I finish it. When I have to just throw something in the car just to make sure I've got something with me. I did make a lot of stitchy progress.
It's fun seeing so many pieces too, and like that you started and it only has one other coffee cup, basically.
Right.
And the inside of the other one and you're done.
Yeah.
So that was a really quick stitch.
Which I think I do notice that I felt bad. I mean, I'm happy I finished the other two.
So I've been working still So we had no school on Monday, and Sophia didn't feel well, so we just kind of hung home this weekend, which was kind of nice. And I was like, I'm just gonna stitch. Like, I just want to do this. So I actually got a page finished. Woo! On my Christmas list, which is Silver Creek Samplers. And Chris just got me something in haul that I think will really help with this.
Can we bring that in?
Yeah. So this is my Christmas list. It's a big one. I'm stitching it on 14 count Aida, so it's bigger than this is stitched up as. I did change every other brown to be in white. And I'm just showing you the top part because that's what I finished. So this is how far I got.
Beautiful.
So far. So I have all the way down to flying reindeer. So I had the reindeer started, I finished it, and then the little town below. I'll come in closer so you can see it nice. And then I changed that Christmas blessings into white, which I feel like you can see it better in person than it is on camera. And then I did the flying reindeer in that little village, which something is wrong in that village. And I counted and recounted and took it out and put it in and took it out and put it in with the snow. I can't figure out how to make the two ends meet. Like, I counted from the reindeer's end and from the lettering, and like both of those countings are correct, but I cannot figure out. So you know what? It is art, okay? As I say, like, and I think it looks fine. Like, you know, it's supposed to look like a loose amount of snow around those two trees in a little house. So no one's gonna be like, oh, well, I mean, you might as a stitcher, but no one else is gonna be like, oh, I see there's an extra row. There's something extra in there. I don't know what it is. Everything else lines up. So I couldn't figure it out, but I have a page finish.
Yay.
So that's super exciting. I think there's 3 or 4 pages. Yeah, baby, I'm right here. And then I started down on the mistletoe. So I have all this like extra fabric. You can see like how big it is. And I'm working just like in this small area. So Chris bought these, are called Wonder Clips. Is that what
yeah, well, this is a generic of the Wonder Clips, right?
Okay.
They're called sewing clips from Amazon.
Okay. Next week, we like to do Christmas cross stitch week, so I'll probably work on this again. I would like to get the mistletoe one done, because that's the white I started.
Okay.
And I had a whole fiasco, guys. My thread, well, I don't like to bobbinate. Okay, like, I just don't like to do it. I just like to pull from the bottom of the skein of the DMC. And my threads were atrocious. So I did not a new system, but I did end up like the threads that I'd already pulled from. Because basically you just keep reusing the same colors, and typically when I do a pattern, I'll just stitch all of one color and then you're done with it. Right. But this is such a long piece. That doesn't work. So I bobbinated the threads that I'd started. So these are like threads I had already started, and then like if I had used like a little bit of it and had a little bit left over, I just like put it in the hole.
That's easy. That's a good idea.
And then the threads that I couldn't match easily, that I had just a little bit left over of, I had this, I think I got this at Stitch West maybe? I don't really remember, but I think someone was passing these out. And so these are also just threads that I'd already pulled from and cut.
Did you write the numbers on there?
Nope. I don't know. This is the thing, like, they were such a mess that I didn't want to take the time to like try to match them, because like I didn't bobbinate all the colors. I haven't touched them all yet. So then I have a bag. You guys, this is an atrocious system, but it's way more organized than it was of
you haven't started
colors. Either I haven't started, or they were like so full still that like the little tags weren't coming off. And then I was like, I'm not gonna work on just one project, because my stitchy friends need to see my cross stitch. And I also like wanted to, for Valentine's, work on our wedding sampler. So I did work on it. So that's good. It's not like you're gonna even be able to notice much of a change, because it's all this is beachside wedding. And so it's all this light tan that just goes all the way around, and then you just make it pop once you go through and do some of that back stitching. So right now I'm just working my way down from, I was up here and I'm working down with all this light tan. So I made, you know, not a ton of progress, but some. So this is the piece.
That's beautiful.
The whole piece. This is where I'm at. And then the progress that I made is just from this top leaf and then down through the tan.
It's
that
hard
light
to
tan.
stay focused. Don't you find it's hard?
I actually found that like this felt successful because you move quickly down the heart.
Oh, so you can make a progress.
So you can see it's like progress. Whereas when I get to the bottom, it'll be a lot thicker, a lot more tan. So I'm pretty happy that I had 2 things I stitched on.
That's awesome, Victoria. It's fun.
It is fun.
I love it.
Yeah, and it's nice to like see a piece that like, I mean, you could look at, I mean, it's not finished, but you could look at it and be like, oh, like that's
really
close.
pretty.
Yeah. So instead of seeing something that like, oh, there's all this fabric left, I'm really far away. You are getting too many doo-doos from Mimi.
And you're all, you're over halfway on the Christmas. Are you on more than halfway on that?
My Christmas list?
My Christmas list?
No, I think there's 4 pages.
Oh, okay.
So I'm 25%? Maybe
It looks
there's
like
3
so much
pages.
stitches stitching it.
Yeah.
All right, so in the
that's
meantime,
2 whips and a little bit of haul that Chris got this week. She's always the gift that keeps on giving.
okay, well, first, speaking about gifts, having nothing to do with haul. So we have a dear friend who is a stitchy friend of ours and a longtime personal friend. And we had a surprise waiting for us when I got home yesterday. She has taken up sewing and made us incredible, magical, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, magical project bags. Look at these project bags. Now, I'm going to show you one at a time so you can see the fabric. Okay, Peter Pan.
Are you dead, Peter Pan?
Peter Pan. Is that not fabric beautiful? And look at that gorgeous magical zipper. And here's the other lining fabric. And her stitching is beautiful, perfect. And yeah, so thank you, friend. We love you.
Sarah. Also, like, you guys don't understand. This is like one of my best friends, like from childhood, lives across the street. Never was into stitching. Like that just was her mom stitches, but like she wasn't ever into stitching. And then we started this Flosstube during like lockdown and everything like that still in 2021, and she like picked it up. Like, so she's only learned stitching for a year. And then she kind of like got into the whole world of Flosstube, and she's like, oh, there's all this stuff, and we're showing her like the project bags and everything. So her first piece was like a full coverage Daisy Duck that's like 8.5 by 11.
On black.
On black. First piece. Second piece is a full back stitch piece. That's probably a 9-inch round. Full back stitch. Like, dives.
God bless you.
God bless you. Dives in so deep, and then all of a sudden she's like, yeah, I guess I'm gonna learn how to sew, and makes these gorgeous
And the
project
sewing
bags.
is amazing.
Like, I guess I learned how to sew because you've sewn, and you've sewn, and I've taken a class as a kid, but like, I don't think I could do this. Like, she's just like so talented in like learning new skills. Like, I just feel like
very talented.
I couldn't do that.
This is a zipper. This is padding. This is vinyl.
Yeah.
This is binding. All those things. Anyone who sews knows those are not at the easy list.
No, they are not. So we are blown away.
Yes, we are.
We are grateful. We love them. And she was like, I'm just having so fun picking fabric too. And I was like, you know, in another life, I might be like ... Goose and just have so much fun picking fabrics for project bags. But so grateful. Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah.
And so that was kind of like Stitchy kindness.
Yep.
And then Chris got some haul.
Which you saw the clips.
You saw the clips. That's gonna be useful. Do any of you use the clips on your stitching? Let us know in the comments down below.
And I bought for myself, having nothing, just because it was one of those nights where you just start scrolling through and whatever.
And she also says she looks like this person.
Okay, and if I were a witch, this is me.
She says this is her.
This is the Autumn Lane, what's it called?
Witchy Witchcraft.
Wicked Witchcraft.
Wicked.
I could just see me like cooking and making little potions and having a really cool little place like that to play on. I also, you guys have seen the Fangirl fiber fabric that we've received already. And I think when we get into some of these more depth of color fabrics, I think that this would be incredible on something that, you know, maybe in our future. So I am a huge admirer of Cassandra and Erin, and Erin's art to me is just incredible, and definitely on my wish list. But anyway, I just needed this. So I think
it happened.
So it happened. And then Forbidden Fiber Co. had a stitch and sip. So spoiler alert, if you haven't gotten your box yet, I am a huge coffee drinker.
Yes.
And I do drink tea as well, but coffee I would say is my thing. This stitch and sip
So cute.
box was incredible. It's like one of the best boxes I've ever gotten. I'll give you just a sneak peek of a couple of things. So there's this tea towel that has coffee love on one side and tea love on the other. But the thing that is the most, I mean, everything is amazing. You know, floss drops, Needleminder. Oh my goodness, it's a teacup or coffee cup, depending on what you drink.
Oh my gosh, I didn't realize it was 3D. I was picturing it flat when you were describing it.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can hold it up closer.
Okay.
We probably can't get it to
Okay.
focus.
Anyway, but what I just like want to start like immediately. The charts that they did for this and the floss are just incredible. Like, these have got to be some of the best charts in a box I've ever gotten because I'm going to do them. It's tea time and life happens, coffee helps. Oh my gosh. Do you guys see these? Here's the first one.
And DMC, which is doable.
And it's tea time.
That's pretty.
But they provided you Forbidden Fiber Co. fibers to be able to use with it.
Oh, I see, FFC.
And look at these colors. Aren't those beautiful? I mean, just perfect. And the fabric that they gave with it, which I got the Aida 16 count, and it's colorway tea dyed, and it's a beautiful neutral with a little bit of a rose tinge to it. So you can see, I don't know why I'm not, it's hard, we have very poor light. And then you can see the fibers on it.
Pretty.
And there was some tea and coffee in it, and I am a Keurig coffee drinker just because it's convenient. Crash! With all different flavors. A cookie. Oh my gosh, you guys. It was awesome.
And like everything you would use.
Everything
too.
I would use. And so I can't wait to start, and thank you so much. And you know what else I love?
I love when she says thank you so much. She paid for this.
I know,
everybody.
I forget, and then
She forgets to even order
it. I know, but is this not the most amazing mug? Do you see this side of it? Did you see this side of it? Oh, that was all of our straight up Stitchy haul, but I got a couple of other things from Michael's. If you guys want to see a couple of things I found at Michael's and Joanns.
For like finishing ideas.
For finishing pieces, if you do any St. Patty's Day project. And I saw this stuff, so now I want to change my tier tray. Look at this. Sophia, look at this. This is fun. Look. Look at this. This could be finishes. You just hang this up. Look at this, Sophia.
Wow.
She likes that. Then this is all Michael's. Then they had this that's a little bit bigger than the tiered tray blocks that Priscilla and Chelsea use. But I saw that there are a couple of Primrose Cottage St. Patrick's Day designs.
Yeah.
That could fit on this a little bit longer, and it's already just got the green. So you can put a finish on here. Then they had these are actually like toothpicks, but there's a whole set of them. I thought this can go well for a finished piece. Take the toothpick off, you know, or whatever in your tiered tray. And then look at these. Okay, aren't these adorable?
Oh, they're so cute.
These are
lucky.
There are different ones. They're all little felt finishes.
Yeah.
Little felt finishes.
Yeah.
This one has a little clover on it. Then there's dark ones. There's one that, look at this hat with the little gold belt. And you see, and look, and so then you get this many more.
Yeah,
like,
you got
see all
it.
these? All the different color greens, and they're already finished, and they look stitchy and everything. I think these would look great in a tiered tray.
Absolutely.
So you better run.
Sorry, I look like an elephant just leaning back here, but we're just playing with them back here.
There wasn't much for Valentine's Day out, and when I saw this few things at for
St. Patrick's
Day, I'm like, oh, better do that. Oh, here's another one I got. Thinking we could put something on this, and it's the jar, or even if not, just put it in your tray.
Yeah, that'd be a cute addition to the tray.
Follow the rainbow. Yeah, so that was cute. Then I did check out Joann's. Oh yes, and I think you might have heard last time I talked about the finishing for my last two that I finished, and how the choice for fabric for Valentine's was pretty slim. That's what I liked. But I did check.
Displays, I felt like
Right,
were
I
slim
did
this
have
year.
some floss with me, or I got it because it was on sale.
I thought you looked
For
pretty
St.
with your
Patrick's
bracelet.
Day, because it was on sale at Joann's.
Is that for a pattern?
Yes.
Okay.
And then when I took some of the St. Patrick's, I think this is all St. Patrick's, and I found this fabric at Joann's, which I thought was really nice because it was the subtle grays. So I have like the gray plaid heart stuff from Hobby Lobby, and I thought this was a neutral background, but a design, you know, a design that has this on the back and the stitching on the front.
You got it?
Really would look nice. So,
Dada? Okay. We'll go see him.
so that was some St. Patrick's Day haul from Joann's and Michael's. But I would go quickly if you're gonna go.
Look at this little itty bitty one. Oh, it's so cute. So cute.
Yeah. So it was a very busy stitchy week.
Yeah.
We got gifts, we got haul, we did stitching.
We actually did stitching. You finished 2 things.
I know, I really wanted to FFO them,
Bye-bye. Are we going to say bye-bye to our friends?
but next time, well, we'll see next time.
Good job,
All right.
baby.
You wanna come over here so we can say bye-bye?
You got your bracelet on. You're so beautiful.
Well, we really appreciate you, you know, watching all the antics today, because we did have a lot to share.
And a little 1-year-old.
Who has a little bit of a baby cold. Do you want to say bye-bye to your friends?
Bye, friends. Are you showing them your bracelet? Is it pretty?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we hope this week that you stitch as much as you want or as little as you want. And we will see you in our next video.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. Say bye, Sophia. I like kiss. One more kiss? Can you give one more kiss? Bye-bye. Oh, good wave.
Bye.